Welcome back to KDramaVerse, your ultimate space where every twist, every rumor, and every confirmed update in the K-drama and K-celebrity universe gets unpacked in the most exciting way possible. If you love staying ahead of the buzz, diving deep into the stories behind your favorite stars, and feeling like you're part of a global fandom conversation, then you're exactly where you need to be. Now today's story? Oh, it's one of those moments that sent shockwaves through the fandom, but in the best way possible. Officially confirmed, military status unaffected by tax issues, fans go wild. Yes, you heard that right. Let's set the scene. For weeks, maybe even months, whispers had been circulating across fan communities, online forums, and social media timelines. The kind of whispers that start small, but slowly grow louder. It began with speculation about tax-related concerns involving a beloved celebrity figure. As usual, the internet did what it does best: speculate, exaggerate, and spiral. And you already know how serious things get when it involves military service in South Korea. It's not just a duty, it's a national responsibility. Any controversy tied to it? Instant headlines, instant tension. Fans were anxious, some were confused, others were already bracing for bad news. Because let's be honest, when tax issues and military service appear in the same sentence, it rarely ends quietly. But then, boom. The official confirmation dropped, and everything changed. The statement was clear, firm, and most importantly, reassuring. Military status remains completely unaffected by the tax issues. Just like that, the narrative flipped. And if you were online when that news broke, you already know what happened next. Fandom chaos, with the good. Timelines exploded. Comments flooded in. Fans who had been holding their breath finally exhaled. It was relief, excitement, validation, all rolled into one powerful moment. Now let's break this down together because there's more beneath the surface than just a headline. First, the concern itself. Tax-related controversies in the entertainment world are not new. They can arise from misunderstandings, accounting errors, legal interpretations, or sometimes more serious issues. Regardless of the cause, they often carry a heavy public image impact. And when such concerns emerge around a celebrity who is either serving, about to serve, or recently completed military duty, the stakes double instantly. Why? Because military service in South Korea isn't just a personal milestone, it's deeply tied to public trust, national identity, and fairness. So naturally, fans were asking, will this affect enlistment? Could this delay service? Is there a penalty? Will this change how the public views them? And perhaps the biggest question of all, is everything still okay? Now here's where things get interesting. The official confirmation didn't just answer those questions, it shut down the speculation completely. Military status, unaffected. No changes, no delays, no penalties linked to the tax issue in terms of service obligations. That clarity, it's powerful, because in an industry where ambiguity often fuels rumors, a direct confirmation like this is rare and incredibly impactful. And now let's talk about the fans, because honestly, they are the heartbeat of this entire story. The moment the confirmation dropped, fan communities lit up like fireworks. You could see messages like, "I knew it. We never doubted. Finally, the truth." Leave them alone already. This is why we wait for official statements. And then came the emotional wave. Relief turned into celebration. Support turned into louder, stronger loyalty. Some fans even organized trending hashtags to show their backing. Others revisited old content, sharing clips, moments, and memories as a way to reaffirm their connection. It became more than just news. It became a moment of unity. And if you've ever been part of a fandom during a tense situation, you know exactly how intense and meaningful that unity feels. But let's pause for a second and ask you something. If you were one of the fans watching this situation unfold, what did you feel first? Was it worry, frustration, confidence that everything would be fine? Or were you refreshing your feed every 5 minutes waiting for confirmation? Drop your answer in the comments. We want to hear your experience because every fan journey during moments like this is different. Now back to the bigger picture. This situation highlights something important about the relationship between celebrities, public perception, and official institutions. In many cases, rumors spread faster than facts. But when facts finally arrive, especially from official sources, they carry weight. This confirmation didn't just calm fans, it also reinforced something crucial. Not every controversy leads to consequences in every area. Tax matters and military obligations, while both serious, operate in different frameworks. And this case is a perfect example of how those frameworks can remain separate. It also shows the importance of due process. Before jumping to conclusions, before assuming outcomes, there's always a process behind the scenes: investigations, clarifications, legal reviews, and sometimes the result is exactly what we saw here: no impact on military status. Simple, clear, final. Now let's talk about public reaction beyond the fandom. Because while fans were celebrating, the general public had mixed reactions, as expected. Some people expressed relief and agreed with the outcome. Others debated whether public figures should be held to different standards. And of course, there were discussions about transparency, accountability, and media responsibility. But overall, one thing stood out. The confirmation helped shift the conversation from speculation to reality. And that shift matters. Because without it, the narrative could have continued spiraling, potentially affecting not just the celebrity involved, but also public trust in the system. Now here's another question for you. Do you think celebrities should be judged more strictly when it comes to issues like taxes and public duties? Or should they be treated exactly the same as everyone else? There's no right or wrong answer, but it's a conversation worth having. Drop your thoughts below, and let's keep it respectful and real. Now let's circle back to the emotional core of this story, because beyond the headlines, beyond the debates, beyond the official statements, there's a human element. A person navigating public scrutiny, a fandom navigating uncertainty, and a moment where clarity brought everyone back to solid ground. Those moments, they matter. They remind us why we care, why we follow these stories, why we celebrate the wins just as much as we analyze the controversies. And speaking of wins, this confirmation is definitely one. Not just for the celebrity, but for the fans who stood by, who waited, who trusted that the truth would come out. It's a reminder that patience can pay off, that not every storm ends in damage. Sometimes it clears the sky completely. And honestly, we love to see it. Now, before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap together. Rumors about tax issues, fan concern rising, speculation about military impact, official confirmation released, military status unaffected, fans celebrating worldwide. That's the kind of storyline that keeps KDramaVerse alive. Real-life twists that feel just as intense as the dramas we love. And you know what? This won't be the last time we see something like this, because the world of K-entertainment is always evolving, always surprising, always keeping us on our toes. But that's why we're here together. To break it down, to react, to feel it, to talk about it. So if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to KDramaVerse so you never miss out on the next big story. And most importantly, stay connected, stay curious, and stay part of this amazing global fandom. Until next time, keep streaming, keep supporting, and keep the K-drama love alive.